So hello guys, my name is Lisa and today I am going to be explaining about space. Now, space basically is, what would you think? Space is basically when all the stars everywhere goes up everywhere. And did you know that all the grains of all the beaches in the world, guys, all of them are not even near the stars of space. There is thought to be 1 billion trillion, guys, at least 1 billion trillion stars living in our galaxy. Now, the second thing is that there used to be a planet in our solar system called Pluto, as you can see it. Now, if I just get out now and I search planets. Now, if we could see in the images, all the other spaces. Now, let's look at them. Now, let's look at the planet, guys. Now, the Uranus satellites, as we can see, is Miranda, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, Oberon. Now, these are the names of the moons for Uranus. Uranus was named after a Greek god called Uranus. Now, let's move on to Saturn. Saturn was named as a Greek god Saturn. Now, the moons are called Ricci, the biggest one, Dione, Tethys, Enceladus, if you pronounce it, and Mimas. And the Earth's moon is called the moon. Now, let's look at Neptune satellites, known as moons, Triton and Proteus. Now, Neptune was named after a Greek god as well. Okay, now let's look onto this. So, we can see here the sun. We could see, as you can see, Mercury, Venus over there, and that's us, Earth, the third. Now, in Mercury, it's not possible to live there because it is really next to the sun and it's hot at a degree of 3,700 degrees Celsius. Did you know that's enough to melt metal? Venus is the second planet. It is named after a Greek god called Venus. Earth, the third planet. All of the people in the world live in it. It is named after a Greek god called Earth. And Mars, as you can see here, tiny planet. So yeah. Jupiter, the biggest planet. Now, if you guys are watching this and saying, no, the sun is not a planet, it's a type of satellite, and it's actually a star, the biggest star ever known to us in our solar system. Saturn, known for its rings, but there are more planets with rings, but they're invisible. Uranus, after Greek god, is quite blue. But as we see, there used to be one called Pluto. 1/3 of it's now called the dwarf planet. 1/3 of it is known as the Earth's surface. Now let's look at Neptune. Neptune has rings, but gas is so weak that it is invisible to us. So, as we go on to that, geocentric and heliocentric is known from verses, because first people all long time ago, from Egyptians to Galileo and Aristotle and all the other people. Some people believe that Earth was the center, and Earth, because it has all, Earth was the core of all of it. People thought the Earth was getting circled. Now, let's go back thousands of years ago from the Egyptians. Now, the Egyptians didn't know much about space because they haven't seen satellites, they haven't seen space rockets, or they haven't even seen telescopes. But they knew that the sun and the moon was orbiting, as you can see in the sky. Now, the sun was, they thought the sun goes round the earth, even the moon. So, if I was talking about that, I would think they are in the heliocentric team. So, yeah. And we go to Aristotle. He thinks that the earth holds the core. So, he thinks that he is in the geocentric. Now, let me explain what geocentric means. Geo means Earth, as known as the Goldilocks planet, because of its right temperature for human and animal and plant and anything else to live in. Now, the Earth, the geocentric people think the Earth holds all the planets. Now, if we're talking modern right now, live guys, if we're talking about that, we're talking that heliocentric, most scientists believe heliocentric is right. But in my opinion, guys, I think heliocentric is right. So, if you want any questions, any comments, please write in the comments below. I will make any videos about it. And also, please like and subscribe to my comment below. It would mean the world for me. So, now let's look about the heliocentric. Now, the heliocentric is when the sun holds the core all around the planets. Now, the Earth is known as